Does a gem seem of any value?
I mean, I'm taking them if you don't want it.
Well, they seem to be. Like, you as a dwarf know these are. They're not that they're very perfect, if you get me. Like, not artificially perfect, but they seem perfect.
By hand or by magic? Do they seem crafted by hand or magic?
What's your bonus to knowing stone stuff? Like, what's that read as?
Well, the readers, whenever you make an intelligence history check, which I guess I might as well do.
Yeah.
Related to the origin of stonework. So if it has anything to do with stonework, you are considered proficient in the history skill and add double your proficiency bonus to the check.
You've heard rumors or myths of like this, like special, like kind of like there was gems you've heard about in the past that were like sought after as being like the biggest gift to the god, like the equivalent of the Holy Grail, sort of bollocks. And like no one's ever believed in it, but these 3 gems, they don't seem natural because they're too smooth. They're perfectly smooth, and they're not see-through. They're cloudy, so it's like a deep pink, it's a deep purple, it's a deep orange that kind of goes through the whole thing.
All right.
Also, the use some after like a few minutes have passed, like 3 or 4 minutes, you start to notice, everyone, I believe you're. Let me just double check this. Yes, you all notice that the walls that were slightly moving anyway as you're in here are moving a little bit more and a little bit quicker. So if you take like hyperventilation, for instance, you would be breathing in quite quickly. It's starting to build up a little bit. The floor isn't shaking or anything like that, but some more dirt is coming off the walls. It seems to be moving a little bit like that. Concerning to an extent.
I think we need to get out of here.
In the interest of self-preservation, I'm going to get Mr. Nuts and the rabbits and tell them all to leave and follow, and I'm going to leave at the same time.
Is this grate of any significance?
I
Great.
look at the so there were the amulets, which were just basically for whatever religion and the gods that they were presenting, which weren't really of any significance other than if we were to meet anyone who would know the gods. I explained to
they're also made of metals and stuff.
Exactly, I explained to the pirate that you might be able to sell them if need be.
The gnome has taken some. He's taken a good like 5 or 6 already. Or say 5 if we want to make the numbers round, because Mr. Nuts went in and took them. He came along and took the purple gem. If you weren't taking stuff, the gnome was taking it. Just putting it out there now.
Yeah. Literally, I was filling all my pockets.
Is it possible to take the box back through the tight bit that we entered through?
Yeah. It's not okay. It's not. I just wanted to scale it up so we could see that the box was decent. But it's not bigger than you.
I'm taking the box. It looks valuable. It might tell us about what these gemstones are.
Yeah. So I'm going to say that the gnome has 12 of what he believes are the nicest looking of the religious amulets. I'm just going to write this down so I have thing. And then how do you use to split up the amulets? Are you leaving them in the box when you carry it out?
I don't take any. Okay. I have my rabbit head, that's all.
Okay. So I'm going to say the other 8 are in. Wizard, you're going to keep the other ones, I'm guessing. You're not going to let the gnome just take them?
No.
Okay. And are you taking who's taking which gems? If you're leaving them in the box, or what's happening with the big ass gems?
Or put one in my bag and then bring the box out.
Yep. Cool. So that's grand. Let's write this down so I have a note. And then, did the dwarf Ibris, are you taking your gem? Okay, no. So we're going to say 2.
You're a gem. Like you really want us to, but that there are no significance to actually doing it.
No. Yeah. Well, yeah. You know what you believe. What you believe. I just want to write this down that I know who's in possession of which ones. Sorry. W. Said. I'm writing it down the quick way, and then. Okay, I've written that down the other one, so I know. Okay, I just want to make note. So we're walking out. Cool. As you leave the forest, it is now pitch black at night. The wabbits follow. And are you just trying to get you're getting the fuck out of there because of all the you're getting the fuck out of there because of all the shaking and stuff, but when you get out, the ground outside seems to be damp, but it was just after raining a lot. but it's very dark. It's pitch black. You went in there, by the way, just as the sky was setting, and you were only in there for about, if at most, an hour, which you believe there was more light left. But the forest seemed, when you look around, the forest is very thick. Whatever the trees are, and the thickness of a forest is very thick. Canvas, that's the one. So it is dark, basically pitch black. You still have all night vision, so you're all grand, but it's definitely nighttime now, and the hares are all just scampered in front of you. I hope you're all on the second map. I've just put us back to the first.
Dear Dungeon Master, grant me vision.
It's so dumb, but you're just
Thank you.
not associated with players. I don't know why. Anyway,
I am more than just players, and you know it.
so you're all outside. As the last of you leave, it seems to slowly close up behind, and the pathway becomes to be solid earth and rock, and it seems like it would never existed ever.
I knew I should have burned it down.
And if you passive perception is better than that for everyone. You notice that the symbols you saw on top of the tree don't seem to be there anymore. As well, but you are now outside this twee.
Well, I guess for now we just go back to Billy's farm.
Yep.
And his wabbits.
The wabbits. The hares, yeah. Yeah, you just go back to Billy's farm. As you get there, as you walk back the path in which you came, some of the trees and some of the bushes don't seem to be roughly in the same place as they were before, but you believe you're going in roughly the right direction. And you get out to an open field, and there's like, before there was 2 or 3 shacks, there was some walls and some fences. There's one small house only out there.
How sure am I that there were more shacks than just this one before?
No, you saw them as you were walking up the field. You knew.
And I'm sure I saw them.
Yeah, It was plain as day. There was 2 or 3 farms with, like, one had pigs and cattle and sheep, and the other ones have there was lots of small little plots.
Something's off. I can feel it.
Do you all want to roll for me? Let me double check what you can roll, just to make sure I don't think of anything stupid. Insight. Just to see if you followed the right path. If you believed you followed the right path. You all want to roll insight?
I mean, sure.
Just let's see what you believe or see. But
Dirty
You
you
followed
definitely.
the right path, 100%.
15 from
I mean,
Theros.
but the pirate's code states that way, treasure. We are on the right path then.
Gnome, what did you get?
I rolled a 12,
12.
and I'm just insight +4, so I got 16.
You are very confident, especially with knowing, Forrest, that you've definitely came in that direction, but some of the trees and some of the bushes were like slightly moved, and something is off. But no, you definitely went the right direction, and there's definitely only one. And you spent a few weeks on this island, and so did you, Ibris. That one house doesn't make a lot of sense. It's in roughly the same area as where Billy's was, but it's not of the same standard. Because again, you have night vision. It's a cottage, and it's got it's definitely a thatched roof like the other cottages, but there's not the plumes of black smoke coming out there. The moon is very bright, so it's a beautiful night. Like the sky
Billy's
is clear.
farm isn't like from the traveling we've done. We know that this is where Billy's farm should be if it were there.
You should be in this area in front of you. Yeah.
Okay. I look back at the rest of the group, assuming I walk at the front because I think it might be difficult for like 12 odd rabbits to be walking other than just at the back.
Well, I presume, and the gnome, please tell me if I'm wrong, the gnome is leading the rabbits and Mr. Nuts is behind like a sheepdog, keeping them in line.
That's it.
Yeah, but it would be weird not to have him walk in the back then, because
No, it wouldn't.
otherwise
Well, he's in front of the rabbits, and the rabbits can be behind. If you
Yes.
want to move ahead, that's fine. Yeah. And
Well, I
but-
left first, so I would be at the front.
he did leave first. That's true. But anyway, you
It
are
doesn't
walking towards the
matter,
field. No, it doesn't. No.
But
And
But yeah, anyway, I look at the group and I don't know what's with this hut, but it seems weird.
I don't know what you mean. It seems fine to me.
Are you sure?
No. Looks the same as it did earlier. Wasn't paying attention.
You sure wasn't? Okay. What about you, Gnome?
sorry, I missed the question.
Well, it's just I was asking that this whole thing seemed weird.
he believes something is off, but you do both believe you went in the right direction. Yep.
I'm like,
Everyone
yeah.
else
This is the way we came, but something's different.
Yeah, I think there were supposed to be like 3 huts or farms or shacks out here rather than just one. And this doesn't seem like Billy's house. Remember the smoke coming from his farm? I don't see it anymore.
You don't even see his fence.
I don't even see his fence.
You're at the edge of the forest, just so you know. You can move towards house. Just location-wise, you can see the beautiful night quite well, especially with your stupid night vision. That means dungeons are harder for me. But yeah,
Well, if we're not in Kansas anymore, I'm just gonna probably gather up the rabbits and
hares. Yeah,
bed down. I'm gonna just set up a little camp, put a fire up, and I'm just gonna my thought process here is it's dark. Yes, I can see in the dark, but I don't know where I am. I don't obviously want to let everybody know that I'm a little bit nervous, but I'd rather wait until daylight before I start going off exploring somewhere that I don't know where I am. It's not normal. Normally I've always scouted wherever I'm going beforehand. If I'm ever going to a meeting or something like that, I would have been there days before to get the lay of the land and know everything. So I'm just kind of being a little bit cautious and just kind of staying just on the edge of the forest.
So, are you telling the other guys we should set up camp?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I'm just, I don't. Something's off. This isn't right. I don't think we should be out there in the dark amongst the unknown. I think we should camp, wait till first light.
Making up camp. I mean, sure. I joined the gnome in setting up camp, helping with whatever I can.
The wizard? You accepting this? You believe this
He's
is normal.
already way off. He just ran in the right direction.
We're in the right place. Let's sleep here.
To be honest, he believes that this is we're in the exact place. The town's just a 40-minute walk down the road. If you believed that where you entered the forest roughly is this area.
Out of character, did I really open the box and teleport us all to a bloody different part of the world? God damn it.
No, I know. You don't even know what the box is.
I mean, he kind of knows. He should have whatever knowledge I have.
You know about all the religious symbols.
Are, but I don't know the symbols.
Well, now you know the symbols.
He knows what he knew who the faces were because you're trained in history. Was it history? History. So you know of the importance of them from the past. You wouldn't know about this god is god. Oh yeah, he's the god of war because he did X, Y, and Z, and this god is this
why
god.
Not,
You know
I
that.
told him.
If you told him all that, then yeah, you'd know that.
Can't remember.
But yeah, I will send you.
Fair
I'll
point.
send you a synopsis. But there is 6 of them, so I wasn't arsed, and I didn't have time. I can't copy and paste, so
I need a book.
I have a book, but the book it can't copy paste from because it's a PDF, so I can't. It's annoying. But I will send you proper information on that, and I will put that into the Discord so everyone can see. But basically,
download light screen and you can just like screen grab everything from PDF.
Yeah, no, I have a plan for that. But yes,
In game, I need a book of what the gods did. I can't remember it myself.
But yeah, making up cam, I guess. Since it appears to be night, I'll get my bedroll out. And just tucking myself in. Getting ready to grab some sleep.
yeah, there's no better. Do you keep watch? Does someone plan to keep watch?
Mr. Nuts is going to take first watch in my camp anyway. And not that we're camping separately to them, but that's normally what happens when we go to sleep. He watches first.
Yeah.
When we take a break. So I don't know if one of those two wants to keep watch or if they trust the squirrel.
I mean, I weren't bothered. Consider Ebry as like almost dead asleep.
You just like, there's a fire going. I'm sleeping.
That's a fire. He's in his bedroll. He's comfortable. Sleep.
Fair. And Adriel, you're camping out, obviously.
I'll stay up.
Adran, I keep saying Adriel. Adran. Pardon?
I'll stay up and keep watch for a bit.
Okay. So if you're gonna keep watch, what is your plan to stay awake for like half the night, full night? Like how is that gonna work? Because you need to have
pulling an all-nighter.
Yeah, well, it's
probably
8 hours for a long rest, I believe, or 6. Let me double check that because you'll need to sleep for that long if you want to get a full night's rest, sort of thing.
I'm not pulling an all-nighter, I'm a bloody wizard. I guess I'll stay up for like 2 hours.
Yeah, fair enough. And it's roughly the same question to the gnome. How long are your shifts between each other?
How many hours till daylight?
We don't know.
Well, we would know. Unless we're in a completely different world.
Well, considering that we went in when it shouldn't really have been this dark to get out, would we have a good idea of when first light is?
Alright, well, Mr. Nuts will watch for an hour.
Okay. Just reading the thing that you can stay you have 8 hours of rest and 2 hours of can be of watch, and you need basically 6 hours of sleep, undisturbed sleep, basically, of if you want to get like any long rest points.
Well, there's 4 of us, including the squirrel, so
yeah. Does the gnome, or not the gnome, the dwarf, you can roll hit dice back.
I don't have any hit dice. I only had one, and I spent it on the short rest.
Yeah, but if you take a proper sleep, you gain back. Oh, so it's different. Oh, at the end of a long rest, your character gains all lost hit points, so you all go back to full health. Sorry, thought it was the same as a short rest, except you gain a hit dice as well. And you regain all your spent hit dice.
You kind of do, but you get all your shit back. It's a hard reset if you successfully complete a long rest.
Yeah, that's what I was checking. So if you had hit dice, you could spend it in your first hour, basically, but that's fine. If you're sleeping, you're sleeping. Sorry, I misread that from before. Cool. So you all go to sleep. You are trying to like spread out the watches as best you can. It's a very calm, peaceful night. On the let's double check this. Gnome, you noticed, you hear like nothing alarming, but you hear like forest like creatures or like sort of things like fairy sort of esque like odd things just like in the forest as like the wind blows. You hear like a little like nattering from like things going, oh my god, and it's like that sort of like nattering, and no threat, no nothing. You just know that's interesting. There is fairies or something of that sort in the forest somewhere. But you notice that. But nothing happens here tonight. You wake up.
Okay.
Morning. You are a bit hungry, but you have rations, I believe, so you can tuck into that. And yeah, definitely for the 2 lads. Definitely.
For the day.
Pardon? Yes. Can you send them to me on Discord?
Well, I have 2. No, I'm on more than 2.
No, you're allowed to remember 4, but you get to use 2.
Ah.
So during breakfast, I have a conversation with Mr. Nuts and just kind of tell him, like, asking him if he had anything strange, and tell him to just be extra vigilant and look out for anything that doesn't seem normal. I don't know what it is, but like, obviously something's not right. So
Yeah, you're on guard.
and guard, yes.
Yeah. You're on alert. Like you're not. You're actively trying to see if there's anything very strange. Yeah. What? Anyone else? What she's doing? It's daytime. It's the dawn.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
yeah.
else.